Let me
Nintendo
ask
doesn't even.
you. Let
Oh,
me
go ahead.
let me ask you this: as far as Nintendo fans who supply Nintendo with all the funds and the ability to continue to do what they're doing, if you compare Nintendo fans, let's say, sports Madden 2K fans, who is killing the industry more and faster, Nintendo fans or Madden and 2K fans?
I ain't gonna lie. Who's killing the industry worse? I'm gonna say Nintendo fan. And the reason why I'm gonna
Wow.
say, hold on, I'm gonna back it up. Any opinion I give, I'm gonna slap you with.
Okay,
If it
let's hear
wasn't
it.
for Nintendo fan, Nintendo would never have had the audacity to believe that, hey, not only are we gonna put out a console that we're gonna overcharge you at, because my best guess was Switch 2 being 200. I'm sorry, I flew up and down. If they know better, they'll do 400. But not only did people shrug that off, they came back to us and said, hey, Mario Kart World is gonna be $80 because we said it's gonna be $80. Backlash instead of protest, instead of just a hell no. Nintendo fans said, okay, and bought it. Because at least with 2K and Madden fans, if a Madden or 2K is bad, you will hear the community. They won't do anything. They'll wait around to the next, they'll wait around to the next game for improvements, but they're not gonna do anything because they need their fix. I know people
Mhm.
who play 2K running
Yeah,
$20 a game.
yeah, we
They
know.
need
We
that. But Nintendo fans truly just turned around, bent over, and said, how many licks are you going to give me? And it's funny when you look at it because when Sony had the gall to say, hey, this PS3 is $600, you will
Woo!
gladly get a second job to pay for this. And people were like, hey, who you talking
That was such a crazy time in the industry.
but no one for Nintendo fans to keep the ice going or breaking. Breath of the Wild.
No.
And I would love to hear everyone's opinion in the comment sections or however you choose to voice your opinion because as this whole show is, Breath of the Wild is mediocre. And what kills me is you had people in the industry who gave it 9s and 10, high accolade. And then in the same breath was, I'm a little disappointed it didn't have traditional dungeons. It just had the shrine. The weapon durability was just, a little too much. A couple swings here and there and they broke. You gave it a perfect score.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, a 10, a perfect means you have no argument, you have no qualms about said product. But yet everyone had their own nitpicks and was like, but no, but hey, it's Nintendo. The Mario Kingdom maker. The Super Smash Brother. I don't feel that. I feel Horizon Zero Dawn should have won. Now, yes, that could be a bias. You could say, well, Infamous, that sounds like a biased opinion. But like I said, we have screamed and cried for new game, creativity, innovation, and a new IP came with a very interesting story. And everyone was just, oh my God, Breath of the Wild. I can pick this up. Oh, I can make a bridge out of the tree I cut down. I'm sorry.
My weapon can
Sorry.
degrade.
Sorry, but if any gamer out there has played Dark Souls, you can tell me about the weapon degradation, especially the Scholar of the First Sin. Degradation was tied to frame rate. So you had 60 frames running on your game, the weapon degraded even fast. Everyone just ran and drove that Breath of the Wild was the best thing since
Slice
we
bread.
wanted to say we ain't gonna go there. They acted as if it was the unedited of the original Star Wars trilogy before George Lucas started touching them. That's just my icebreaker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I don't know how.
back to my original question about which fans. I'm really surprised you said Nintendo. Just because, Madden and 2K fans, they just have no standards. I'm sorry. Like, the game will legit has last year's logo in it. And no one will say nothing. Now the community will be, they'll just make some noise, hey, this is not new, this is the same, but yet they'll go still spend $100 on the next one every year. I think
Every
that's the saving grace for Nintendo fans. Zelda does not come out every year. At least there's some like, hey, some time will pass. You might forget this and this and this in the game. You got some time to forget the not so good stuff and the good stuff, whatever my case. But the Madden and 2K fans, baby, that comes out every 12. And sometimes EA doesn't even have the gall, the I give enough fucks to even change the logo in the game. Like, shout out to Angry
oh,
Joe. I don't know how he's reviewing that every year because it's literally copy and paste, little change. And we're gonna talk about
Trace,
Madden
Trace,
later on,
Trace,
but they ain't
Trace.
got no
For them
standards.
to change the logo, baby, that requires work.
That's what
Why
I'm
would they
saying.
do work?
They don't even
Why
give
would
a
they do
fuck.
work when their audience does not expect that? I'm gonna break it down to
Exactly.
you. You know why I say Nintendo fan? Because I'm gonna be real. I don't play sports games, but for the longest I can remember, sports games are pretty. You know what to expect. Majority of the time, it's a few little innovations here and there. You know, a team roster update and whatever little gimmick, whatever little feature that they need to like. Hey, we added this. People used to Madden and 2K way before this was the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Nintendo fan, they have no bound. Whatever Nintendo gives, it's God's gift to the earth.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And once again, we are your hosts, Trice and Infamous.